Dumelang Bakgotsi, long time no see, no speak. My apologies for being so quiet. I wasn't even ill, but ne ke utlwa ke se right ho bua. Last month was Tourism Month. It was also Heritage Month. A lot was happening last month, but somehow I just wasn't feeling good, so I had nothing much to say. I'm feeling better now. You know this life thing, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. Hopefully I'll be more up so that we can get chatting. So it's October, the last quarter of the year is upon us, and for some, next year is a big year. Actually, this year is a big year. Bana ba ngola di exam at school. It's hectic times, especially maybe for matrics, who some have dreams of, furthering their studies after completing their grade 12 or standard 10, as we used to call it. So guys, tell me, did you go to varsity straight after high school, or did you work first? And also, why am I saying did you go to varsity as if you can't further your studies at any other institution, tertiary institution that's not a university? These days, there are TVET colleges, there are private colleges, private universities, public universities. There's many more options, but the narrative, especially in our Black community, is still Horengwana must go to university. When I go get a University of Vert, or University of Cape, or University of Joe, or University of Pre, and the list goes on, or studies, if you are that type. Anyway, guys, as you're going home or seeing family and friends over the weekends, please do encourage the younger people that come behind you to apply. Some people do not maybe have access to the internet and things like that. There's no harm in taking application forms and giving and distributing them to maybe cousins, someone in your street, or I don't know, someone that works, that's a child, or someone that you work with, or whatever. But it can't be next year our kids are saying we're only applying now, we didn't know, we didn't have access. You and I have access to these tools. We're on the net the whole day. It won't take much of your time just to help someone to submit their application to what they want to go to. There is power in education. Look, you don't have to study up until PhD level, but there's no harm in having a paper next to your name that shows that you are committed, you are able to complete something, and that you are able to, memorize or understand or ask questions about a topic. Whether you're going to be continuing in the path of what you studied, that's a different discussion. But just the fact that you as a person have a paper next to your name will make a difference. It will make a difference. I often get very discouraged. Skolo se useless. Skolo for eng. Guys, for some people to go to school, that means they're able to get NAFSIS, a bursary, a scholarship. But that little money or that stipend that they get from whatever bursary or scholarship or state funding that they get, that can sometimes be the only money that will assist that individual's family to eat. Yes, to eat. Some people were feeding their families or were able to assist back home with their stipends that they got either from state funding or private bursaries and scholarships. And that's why I just want to emphasize that it is important for us to assist those that maybe have less than us or don't have the same access as some of us in terms of furthering their lives and improving themselves through education. No one can take your education away from you. I don't care, but no one can take your education from you. There's education of life, and then there's formal education. How about you have both, even if it's just a certificate? But do you know how many people are just dying to have that opportunity, but maybe don't have the access or haven't had the opportunity to speak to the right person, to ask questions, or to see how it works in live environments? We all know that not everyone got to be that girl that was taken to work with someone or get to work at someone's company during the holidays and things like that, especially in corporate, because we don't all have the same networks. But we have to start somewhere. Guys, please, 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 please encourage people to apply. If they are going to choose to stay at home next year, let's at least encourage the kids either to improve their marks or to assist them in getting employment, because people don't just stay at home because they're dizzy or they're lazy. No, they don't. It's circumstances which are sometimes out of their control. I, for one, went to university straight out of high school, but that was only because I told my mother I want to do a gap year, and she told me to go stand in front of the mirror and look at myself and tell her what I see. And I told her I see myself, and she was like, "But what color are you?" And I was like, I'm a black woman. And she said, "Exactly, you're not white. There will be no gap year in this house. No child of mine is going to take a gap year." Things have changed now. Let's encourage our kids to go out there and fight for their futures. Where we can assist them in getting that future, let's do it. Peace and love.